phone while he was trying to record their voices or record or whatever what was going on up there. He reported an assault upstairs at CID, and basically he said the police had a don't care attitude towards him when he presented himself.
To whom did he report this assault? Was it to Inspector Travis Chase?
I'm not aware that.
No, listen, again, let's
Yes.
right,
Who did he report this assault to?
right.
He said he reported the very assault right upstairs at CID.
To whom?
I can't recall.
I can't recall. Mr. Chase, you developed some kind of relationship with Mr. Gillard because you were able to persuade him. You're aware of the Office of Professional Responsibility?
Totally aware. Totally aware.
Yes. You know it.
Yes.
Did you suggest to Mr. Gillard that he should take that complaint up to that body?
Correct.
Did he do it?
Can't recall.
You also referred to he spoke of how he was treated. That treated means about the use of trying to record a conversation with the police. Is that
Whatever the activity,
statement you're talking about?
whatever the activity up there was at that time, he was trying to record it.
You said in paragraph 18, and learned that the investigation has been put on hold. Who did you learn that from?
I read it in one of the papers. I was abroad and I read it in one of the papers that the investigation has been put on hold. I think that report, it said that it was based on the advice from the police legal advisor that it be placed on hold. And yeah,
Are you not aware that the police legal advisor, and the evidence has come out here, that the police legal advisor, Justice Claudette Singh, had recommended that investigations into the matter should continue?
well, then the paper's wrong.
I'm asking you, I didn't ask you what it is.
Well, I read that it was placed on hold. That is why.
And so you ignore anything else you know because you read that in the newspapers.
I read that the investigation was placed on hold.
Chairman, I have no further questions for this witness. He's extremely unhelpful.
Thank you.
Well, I was just about to make the point. You might feel that way, Mr.
I do feel that way, yes.
Before you write, let me ask one question, sir.
No, I'm not leaving.
No, with your leave doesn't mean he's leaving.
But no, but I think you said before. I think you said before. Yeah, Mr. Chan. No, Mr. Ram, I have more urgent desire for lunch. Today is my special day. Notwithstanding that, I intend to make sure that we examine your witness and we carry through the process as we are expected to. Yeah, Mr. Chan.
Paragraph 7,
17.
17.
You sure that this is so Gillard spoke of the conversation that took place with his cousin, with a cousin of the alleged accused. Was Gillard saying, clearly this, and this, Gillard was describing the witness as a cousin, the person with whom he was confronted as a cousin of the person against whom the report was made, Nizam Khan. Cousin. Gillard described him as cousin.
Ah, I heard you.
The person with whom he was confronted.
Yes, he did say
Yeah,
it's a
okay,
cousin.
He did say so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just for clarification, same paragraph 17, I found the statement made in confrontation was not with Nizam Khan.
No,
Well,
he affirmed that the person with whom he, Gillard, was confronted was a cousin of Nizam Khan. In effect.
Yeah, that's right.
In effect.
That, in other words, He's informing that Gillard told him so, that he described this man as a cousin of
Of
his
this uncle.
And you know the evidence, sir.
Oh, yeah, I know the evidence, and we didn't get to find out whether he did go into whether he's a cousin or he knew that he was a cousin.
I think
So,
we have.
we asked him.
The evidence has come out, it was written, yes, sir.
No, yeah, I understand that. But I'm saying that we never examined Gillard to ascertain how he knew of this relationship.
No, I'm just saying that Gillard is saying so.
Yeah, but he said so, anybody can say so. I hope they don't say that you and I are cousins.
No, he's saying that Gillard has said so.
I hope they don't say that you and I are cousins and I might have cause to approach attorney to seek legal redress. Because I would view that perhaps as not being appropriate. Mr. Peters?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I will be very brief, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chase, you mentioned that, well, you were asked questions about the point in time you had met Mr. Gillard. Had you met Mr. Gillard any time prior to March 28th of 2017?
No, sir.
And in terms of relationships, are you related in any way to Mr. Gillard?
No, sir.
Have you utilized any of the services that Mr. Gillard had, whether it's his repair shop or whatever it is, prior, at any point in time?
Never.
And your evidence is whatever the reason that Mr. Gillard came to you, that's recorded on the video camera that you took the footage of.
Repeat that, please.
Yes, that was a bit rough. Whatever Mr. Gillard told you as the reason why he came to a journalist to take a story, that's recorded and turned over to the commission.
Correct.
And part of that would have been as well on the nightly news.
Correct.
And in terms of your professional status as a journalist, have you done favorable stories in respect to Mr. Mitchell Cease and his work?
Sir, I have provided the police on numerous occasions with contact information, location of persons they want. Mr. Blanham can come here and testify to this. Police showed up at the office on numerous occasions, OPR, begged for witnesses that I would have spoken to in relation to a number of shootings, and I have provided that to the police. So yes, several times.
And you also would have good relationships with some police officers.
Lots of them, most of them, yes.
And some of them would be sources for your story, wouldn't they?
Correct.
And you mentioned, because you were questioned, well, the counsel for the police tells the commission that he doesn't have an entire DVD of your interview with Mr. Gillard, but you would have provided the DVD to two police officers or more.
Yes. Also, I believe as well that Mr. James, head of Suku, would have handed over a disc, the very disc, to Mr. Ramnarine, who was the acting police commissioner at the time this came to light. So that's true.
Those would be my questions.
Well, let's just find out. That would have been when? You say that it might have been handed over. Would that have been before the story was aired?
Yes, before it was aired, it was handed over to Mr. James, whom I believe handed over to
You assume that. So let's
Mr.
go
Ramnarine.
there. One thing for me that I want to, this recording was made when? What's the refresh?
Question,
I think the recording was made on the 30th, I think you
the
said.
30th.
All
The
right.
30th.
And it was first aired when?
That's a good question. It was first aired on April 20, after I confirmed with
That was
Minister.
almost 3 weeks.
Correct.
Now tell this commission why you waited until that time on the 30th, the recording was made, and you aired it for the first time on the 20th of April. Why?
Sir, I had to verify. I had to get information from the police because it happens many times. People come, they sit down, they make allegations, they say this, but we have to go to the police to find out whether they're looking at the matter. So I had to get confirmation. I held on to it because I want confirmation from the police that they're looking at such a matter. And then it would have been aired. I had to
And
get
we got that confirmation on the 20th, you said?
from the Minister of State because I couldn't get the police.
No, I just want to have that. Anything else you want to say, Mr.
No, sir.
Mr. Ram, Mr. Chan, and Mr. Peters? Anything else as a result of that follow-up?
I just want to join wishing you many happy returns, sir.
Just a drive?
Well,
Don't answer, don't answer. Thank you very much for that. Mr. Chase, you're excused.
Thank Jesus. Thank you, sir.
I think that is all for today, and as I indicated, the last day we met, that will be Tuesday, that we will continue on Friday. And tomorrow, that's tomorrow. I have summoned Mr. Ramnarine. Mr. Ramnarine, Corporal Griffith, I think he was mentioned as the person something to do with the tires that you're referring to. And in the afternoon, Superintendent David, if you recall his name, came up as a person who received some statement in relation